Welcome back to another edition of NCAA Football 2006 in the SMU Death Penalty Dynasty. This is James coming back at you with Game 2 of the 10th season here with SMU. We're going to number 2 Texas A&M. As you saw at the beginning screen there, we got a couple of suspensions. Briggs Bozeman's out for 2 weeks because he wasn't going to study halls, and our number 2 wide receiver Joshua Moore was out seen playing basketball instead of going to those study halls. It's the second week of school, guys. I'm not entirely sure how you're already getting in trouble for academics. It's like the first or second week of September. That's hard to do. A little early for all that, so that's a real bummer to lose those guys, especially Josh Moore. These are the 2 biggest games of the season, and we're not going to have our number 2 wide receiver. Not only that, but we lose our depth piece. We roll with 5 wide receivers and 2 tight ends, and to lose both of those guys means we're down to 4 wide receivers and 1 tight end. If there are any injuries at all, we get really thin for an offense that likes to throw the football. That's going to be tough here for these 2 games. We're going to see how we cope. This is a big one. We've got number 2 Texas A&M. They've got a ton of talent. This Mock kid can really sling the football. He's an impact player. Texas A&M has a crazy home crowd. It's one of the toughest road environments in all of college football, and it is the truth here. They're going to start with the ball, and they're going to run the football incredibly well. It is their house. They're excited. So we got a top 10 matchup here defensively. Let's see how we can respond. Jonathan Sandberg's here to play. He's going to show once and for all he is one of the best college football players in the country. I know there's been some murmurings like, yeah, you got the sack record, but who have you played? Right, well, we're not playing Texas A&M and Iowa. We're not messing around here. We're playing 2 top 5 teams here back-to-back. Sandberg immediately gets hurt. Don't worry about it. He's totally fine. Just a little bit of a, I think, contusion. He'll be back here within the next couple of plays, and he'll have a good game. I hope so, anyway. But he'll be back. That's not a long-term injury. Texas A&M does go incomplete on 3rd down, so they do punt the ball away to us. We go to the outside. We find Pearson for a couple. We do like to audible in this offense. If we don't like something offensively in terms of the pass game, we do like to audible into run plays. Pretty much off the table here today. We simply do not have the awareness, and that's a big factor in this game, is that your awareness is how you handle situations like a big crowd. Like if you have a bunch of freshmen that are really talented but like 52 overall and you take them to a place like Texas A&M, they're just simply never going to hear an audible. That can get you into late games, that can get you into false starts. It can be a real nuisance. So we have a quarterback that's a little bit more experienced. It's actually part of the reason why we went with Hayes Levine over Clemens too, is because Levine has been in this program for a few more years and has that awareness. So we'll see how if that affects us. It might not. It depends on how we look. I suspect we will not be running the football all that much today. We will be trying to stay in the plays that we call and try to branch off of that from there. We don't do anything with the football. We get the ball right back to Texas A&M. They're going outside. That's a drop pass. It's also a flag on the play. So A&M's knocking on the doorstep of the red zone here. But we got a holding call, and that's going to put him back to 30. It's 1st and 20 at the 30. Mott drops, looks, throws, incomplete, overthrows everybody. 2nd and 20. Mott's going to go empty in the shotgun. Sandberg makes a spin move. He's fine. Jonathan Sandberg gets his first sack of the season and kicks A&M out of field goal range. This is now 3rd and 26, I believe, at the 36-yard line. And they got to pick up some yards just to get back into field goal range. They're going empty again. Sandberg's coming again. Misses the sack. Great play there by Essex. Really, really nice play. A&M ends up punting the football at the 36. So we get the ball back. Levine's immediately going to take a shot down the field, and he has got Trey Caraway. Big time play, big time to step up by the underclassmen. Kind of the 5th guy in this wide receiver room has now got to take on a larger role with Joshua Moore out suspended. Beats the corner, uses that size and frame, his best Josh Moore impression. We throw outside to Pearson. Pearson gets hit immediately after we catch the football. 1 reception, -1 yard. 2nd and 11. Shotgun. Levine looks, scrambles left. Going to fire across the field to Caraway and just overthrows him. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 at the 31. Levine shotgun takes a step. Rolls left. Fires Pearson. Overthrows him. Davis steps in. The free safety steps in front of Pearson. Puts that to bed. Puts the drive to bed. Any chance of points? Is gone. So both teams have had right on the fringe of field goal range. Opportunities to get points, and both teams come away with nothing. So, bit of a stalemate so far. We're going to go double running back here. That twin set fumbles the football after the catch. Chris Barrett comes up with it. Cameron White does get hurt on the plays. We've got a lot of stuff going on there. Cameron White does have an elbow contusion. He's going to miss the rest of the game. So you're going to see more Forbes for the rest of the, or excuse me, favors for the rest of the game. We go right. We find Pearson for a big chunk that gets us inside the 10-yard line. Sets us up with 1st and goal. So A&M has a nice play offensively to get the drive started. Fumbles it away. Levine under center, fires across the middle. Ryan Pearson, touchdown. Mustangs. SMU strikes first here in this battle of top 10 teams. They go up 7-0. Levine fires. Pearson finds an opening in the front of the end zone there. Beats everybody. And they've got the 7-0 lead here, SMU in College Station. Under center, Mott takes the snap, drops deep, has time to throw, fires it to the right. Dropped by his receiver, Nick Mott, 3 for 8, 22 yards. We're going to go bunch in the ace. Mott looks, fires, another drop. 0-2, so he's 3 for 9. We're in shotgun bunch now. Mott, right hash, fires over the middle. Boy, I do not know how that got through that mess of traffic. There were about 4 white shirts, and he made that pass. Great pass by Zach Mott. Hands it off to Wilson, who's able to drag a defender forward, and A&M picks up about 7 going into the second quarter. 7-0 SMU here after 1 frame. Drop back Mott in shotgun, deflected by Broderius Blanks. That's going to set up 3rd and 4. Under center in the eye with a tight. We're going to go a little counterplay. Wilson finds the edge, and he's got a ton of space. Down to the 30, drags a defender all the way to the 27-yard line. Someone will have to tell me what those guys are doing. We're going to see it a lot today. I can't imagine. It's wonderful. Great job by Wilson to pick that up there. Mott under center, going to fire left to Wilson, who makes a man miss. My users just got completely messed up there. A&M gets inside the 15 under center. We're going to go play action. Mott gets him just absolutely smoked by Jonathan Standback on the edge there. 2nd and 10. This time they are going to hand it off to Wilson, who finds a seam and is able to pick up a nice chunk of yardage there. 7 yards is going to set up 3rd and 3 at the 7-yard line for the Aggies. I form double tight, throws to the right, overthrows everybody, is not able to make that play, and A&M's going to settle up for a field goal. 24 yards to make this a 7-3 game. Snap down, kick up, and good. 7-3 SMU after an 11-play, 66-yard drive for Texas A&M. They're going to give the ball back to Levine, who's under center. He takes the snap, throws. Antoine Irons catches out of the backfield on a little Texas route. Picks up about 8 yards there, 2nd and 2. Under center, Levine takes the snap, rolls left, looking for some space. Finds his man, who I think Casimir Walker dropped that ball twice. 3rd and 2, blitz. Levine finds it. They pick it up. He's got man coverage. Eddie McCoy, the tight end, all the way inside the red zone. You do not see the tight end catch the football much in this offense, but because they're down a couple men, McCoy is in on a 4-wide set and uses his big frame and catches a really important pass there. Really big play by McCoy. 1st and 10 at the 17. Shotgun. Levine looks, throws over the side of the field to the left side. Caraway can't bring it down on the left side there. Levine this time throws it to Pearson. Pearson can't quite get out of that tackle. Going to be 3rd and 9 here. Levine, you can see, is 7 for 14. Levine looks, throws. He has Xavier Hart. Can he get the pylon? He does. Touchdown. SMU Mustangs, the Ponies, go up 14-3 on the 16-yard touchdown pass from Hayes Levine to the JUCO running back Xavier Hart out of Fountain, Colorado. They're able to get that man coverage and were able to get Hart out in some space. They have not had a lot of open receivers in this game. Everything's been pretty tight, so that was a nice schemed up play there. You got twin running backs. He's going to throw over the middle, finds Owens for a 1st down. Nice pass there from Nick Mott. Twin running back again. Mott throws over the middle. Little bit of contact there. My users got a little bit out of hand. They are going to go ahead and get us for pass interference. There's not much I can say there. That's a bad play on my part. What can you do? I know Emmanuel Sanders is trying to defend my honor. I appreciate that. Wilson trucks Raheem Scott and picks up a 1st down. We haven't seen that since the Rice game last year. Oh, there's some PTSD there. We're going to throw out to the right, play action. He's got Hills. Favors makes the catch. Mott's now 7 for 16. 2nd and 3. Handoff. Wilson finds a seam, tries to stiff arm a man, drags him forward for a couple of yards. 1st and 10 at the 39. They're going to try a trick play, and we snip that out right away. Favors 3 tackles since coming in for the injured Cameron White. 2nd and long now for Texas A&M. 2nd and 16 at the 45. Twin running back Mott takes the shotgun snap, fires it outside to Owens. Doesn't pick up much, picks up about 2 yards there. 3rd and 14, shotgun. Mott looks, here comes Standback, deflected away. Nice play by Essex, having a good quarter so far. We're going to get the ball back here up 14-3. We got a chance here to maybe get some more points and maybe kind of put our foot on the neck of A&M here if we were able to get points and get the ball back before half. And then that happens. I overthrow the pass. Holt steps in front of it. And instead of us getting points here before half, it looks like we're going to give up some. This is another play. We don't give up a defensive touchdown or a special teams touchdown in this game, but this one may as well be. Down to the 4-yard line, they're going to throw it outside here to Jackson. Jackson drags Isaiah Johnson into the end zone. 1 play, touchdown, and instead of going up by maybe 3 scores or making it 17-3, being up 11 with the ball, it's now a 4-point game. And momentum is now with A&M. We immediately hit him. We find Ryan Pearson for a huge gain, trying to curb that momentum. Levine takes a snap, rolls right. Levine finds himself in space, and just like that, we're on A&M's side of the field and threatening once again here in the final seconds of the first half. Levine takes a sack. Left tackle got destroyed. Defensive end makes a play. We have to take a timeout here. It's 2nd and 18 with 30 seconds left. Ouch. That's a rough look for Aaron Harris. 2nd and 18, Levine looks, surveys, rolls to the right, throws over the middle. Great catch by Michael Chisholm. Levine throws the ball between the defenders, between the safeties, and instead of 2nd and 18, SMU picks up a huge chunk of yardage and a first down. We're going to spike the ball with 21 seconds and reset. 2nd and 10, Levine rolls left, looks for Chisholm again. He brings it down again, down to the 9-yard line. Couple of huge plays from Michael Chisholm, really starting to come into his own here. SMU's going to hurry up to the line for their 1 timeout. They want to protect it. They're going to spike the ball again. That's going to set up 2nd and goal at the 9. Levine takes a shotgun snap, and it's a bad snap, and it gets him sacked. The left end Stovall comes in untouched. The snap was high. We never had a chance there. So we're going to settle up for a 35-yard field goal. Zuzo, who's had his issues so far this season, he's going to kick this. Kick is up, and he's going to squeeze it right inside that right upright. Kick is up and good, and it is 17-10 SMU after the first half. So a lot of back and forth in this game, couple of interesting turnovers, but SMU right now has a touchdown lead, and they get the football. We start the second half. Levine shotgun, rolls left, fires over the middle, but Caraway stopped his route. So that's going to be an incompletion. We're going to try it again. 2nd and 10, Levine shotgun, looks, throws to the left, nearly intercepted. That was a 50-50 ball. 3rd and 10. We're going right back to shotgun. Levine this time rolls right, looks, fires, has Pearson, makes the big time play. He had some space, found it, and now he's up to 93 yards receiving on 7 catches. Pearson really starting to settle into this game here. You can't keep him down forever, and he's starting to come in. 1st and 10, under center, we go back to Pearson, makes a play, oh man, just bowls over a DB, and what looked like a 2-yard gain turns into a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3, Levine under center, throws over the middle. Can't bring that one in. Pearson with another drop. 3rd and 3, Levine under center, rolls left, acres of space to run through, and he's just going to go ahead and get down after he picks up the first down. Smart play by Levine to get down. Under center, 1st and 10, he's going to fire over the middle. That one is dropped as well. Caraway can't pull that one in. After a false start at 2nd and 15, Levine looks, rolls right, brings it back. Caraway redeems himself. Big time play, but he gets hurt. So now we're down to 3 wide receivers and a tight end. We are getting thin. 3rd and inches, Levine under center. He's going to fire to the right. Pearson's going to pick that up, break a tackle, and go out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the 25. Levine under center, throws to the left. He has Pearson again. Big time chunky yardage there. Picks up 9. Keeps us right on schedule. 2nd and inches, handoff to Irons. don't know if he picked that up. I think he might be a little bit short. He is. He got nothing. 3rd and inches. He got about an inch. I want to say he got about a yard and a half there. After an offsides, it's 1st and 5 at the 8. We fire to Pearson, breaks a tackle, drags a defender into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. Ryan Pearson showing it all off here in the 3rd quarter. Catches the short comeback route, tells this defender, get off of me, and then drags 2 defenders into the end zone. He would not be denied. Great individual effort from Ryan Pearson, and if he can do this against the number 2 team in the country, there's nothing stopping him. Could be a big year for Ryan Pearson. 24-10 SMU. Texas A&M gets back to work. We're doing whatever we're doing again. They're excited about it. Under center, Mott double tight. Wilson goes up the middle. He picks up about 6. It's going to be about 2nd and 4. Under the 2-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Under center, Mott looks, surveys, has time, throws, nearly intercepted, deflected, and caught off the deflection by Hill. Oh man, SMU was that close to coming up with a big turnover, and instead, it's a big reception for the Aggies of Texas A&M. College Station, fortune favors the bold. Little delayed handoff there to Wilson. He picks up another nice chunky yard. Just going to keep A&M on schedule. About a minute to go here, 3rd quarter. Mott play action shotgun, throws it back out to Wilson, who's got space. Can't break that tackle from Corey Sisk, but does get inside the 15-yard line. A&M's going to have 1st and 10 at the 13. Play action, throws over the middle, looks, fires. I don't know how that ball got through there, but he almost caught it. That should have been at least deflected and somehow wasn't. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. We're going play action. Mott looks, fires off his front foot. Can't keep it in the field of play. 3rd and 10. Mott looks, throws to the left, beats the coverage. Great throw to Hansbrough. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Touchdown, Aggies. The 12th man's excited. That's going to get A&M back within a touchdown here. 24-17, late 3rd quarter. Levine throws to the right. He's got Pearson. Pearson isn't able to cut up the field. It's going to be 2nd and 10 as we go into the 4th quarter. So all to play for here for both SMU and A&M as we head into the final frame. Levine shotgun rolls left. He's got Pearson wide open on the mesh. 4 can't make the tackle, and he's loose. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, SMU Mustangs. Ryan Pearson, how do you do? 78-yard touchdown for SMU, and just like that, the 2-touchdown lead is back. Ryan Pearson has completely taken over this second half. Ever since that big catch at the end of the first half, he has been unguardable. Big-time play for Ryan Pearson, just like that. It's 31-17. A&M goes back to work. Wilson on the handoff, finds the seam, cuts up. He's approaching 100 yards here. 15 carries for 99 yards. Mott under center, looks, surveys, throws it deep. Great catch by Armstrong. Coughs up the football. Chris Barrett scoops it up. That is the 2nd time that A&M has fumbled on a nice pass play, and that one's a killer. Instead of going in and being on the fringe of the red zone and maybe getting this back to a 1-score game, the receiver just coughs it up after being tackled from behind by Dimitri Poland. There's really not much else to say about it. Chris Barrett was trailing the play and just happened to be right there. We throw out to the flat to Xavier Hart, and at this point, we're trying to run some clock. We're going to be a little bit safer with the football. Xavier Hart picks up 8, 2nd and 2. Option right. Levine finds the seam, pitches it off late to Antoine Irons, who crosses the 40-yard line. We're almost at 0 rushing yards. Levine, 1st and 10 under center at the 42. Going to take a shot deep. Can he find him? Incomplete, just over the hands of Casimir Walker. 2nd and 10 under center. Levine fires to the right. Has Pearson once again breaks a tackle. Almost breaks another one and drags a defender. An 8-yard gain. 3rd and 2, Levine rolls to the left, has space. Can he pick up the first down? He does, and dives to the ground, except there's laundry on the field. Holding on the Mustangs. Aaron Harris, who got bowled over on a sack earlier, is the guilty party. So instead of a first down, it's 3rd and 12. Levine rolls to the left, fires, has Pearson. Defender falls down, makes a man miss with a juke. Pearson on 3rd and 12 picks it all up and more. Ryan Pearson showing it all off in the second half here today. Just an incredible performance from the redshirt junior. Under center here, you can see the clock winding down. Levine looks, fires fires to the left, has Caraway. Caraway cuts up and gets a first down just outside of the red zone. You see the numbers for Pearson. 15 catches, 232 yards, just a monster second half. We're going to try him again. Oh, he can't bring that one in. He had it on his hands. It was double coverage, but what can he do? We go to the flat against man. Xavier Hart, wide open, shows off the wheels, has really excellent speed, and the A&M fans are ready to go home. There's 110,000 of you here, and you don't have to stick around. It's okay. You're down 3 touchdowns, and there's a new sheriff in town in the state of Texas, and it's the SMU Mustangs. Touchdown SMU, another touchdown for Levine, who has to be approaching 450 yards passing in this game. SMU takes full control of this game here. Little over 2 minutes left. A&M goes play action, throws to the right, incomplete. Nick Mott, 13 for 26, a respectable number, but not going to get it done today against this SMU offense, which has just looked fantastic, even on the road, and has taken this crowd completely out of the game. Mott under center, fires deep into traffic, intercepted by Evan Favors, who's had a heck of a ball game, replacing Cameron White. Tip your cap. Favors with the interception. It was thrown to him a little bit, but they're trying to force the ball. When they're forcing the ball, safety's going to make plays. So SMU takes over near midfield, and that's just about going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. 38-17, SMU comes to College Station and defeats the number 2 team in the country. Huge win for the SMU program. Really puts a stamp on what could be a very special year here in Dallas for SMU. If they're able to take care of Iowa next week, there is not much standing in front of them between them and a national title. They're already preseason top 10, a win at number 2 on the road, a preseason national title favorite. Really big win for this program. Very impressive performance. You're going to look through the stats. We had -2 rushing yards, but our passing attack really took care of business, especially late. We were fantastic on third down. The turnovers were even. We did throw 2 picks. Those were both early. We recovered from that. You're going to see a monster game here from Hayes Levine. 26 for 41, 465, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. Did take a couple of sacks. We did not do much of anything of note in the running game. Irons had 9 yards rushing, not much. Story of the game is Ryan Pearson. 15 catches, 232 yards. I'm pretty sure he had about 180 of those in the late second quarter into the second half. He did have 4 drops, but man, he was so big in the third and early fourth quarter. He really helped put that game away. Corey Sisk had a nice day, 8 tackles. Broderius Blanks had 5. So really nice day overall for these guys. Again, big game next week. We host number 6 Iowa. It's going to be number 6. We'll see where we end up in the rankings. If we win that one, it's all to play for. So we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was a really fun game, very complete performance. We'll see how we do next week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.